addition of the vectors, and the other one is subtraction of the vectors. And the angle between P and Q is 90 degrees. So if the angle between P and Q is 90 degrees, what would be the resultant? Resultant would be just P square plus Q square root under, right?
Yes, sir.
Cos 90 part will cancel in both the cases. So we have R and S, and these were the magnitudes of P plus Q, P minus Q. So we have to remember this thing, right? And we were taking the case first. In case first, the magnitude of resultant of R and S. R was P plus Q, S was P minus Q. And the angle between R and S was theta 1. So this was the angle, right? And the magnitude was how much? So this was R square plus S square 2RS cos theta 1. And they have given that the magnitude is 3P square plus Q square. So this was given. And now we are, so this is the thing that we saw. And we were doing this question, right? So let us continue this question. Okay. So this is 3P square plus Q square. And all these would be in the left hand side. So 2P square minus 2Q square. And this is 2 into R is P square plus Q square. And S is P square plus Q square. And then we have cos theta 1. So this is P square plus Q square. And this is 2P square plus Q square. And then cos theta 1. So P square plus Q square, P square plus Q square cancels out, right? So if we take cos theta 1, so this would be P square plus Q square divided by 2 P square plus Q square. So this part will cancel and 1 by 2. So for what angle of cos theta, this is 1 by 2? For what angle? 60 degrees. So theta 1 would be 60 degrees. Right. So this part is correct. Theta 1 is 60 degrees. Right. And now let us use the other case to find out the other angle. Right. So let us use the second case. So case second, we have R and S, and their resultant and the angle between them is theta 2. So the resultant, let's say that is M. M is simply root of R square plus S square plus 2RS cos theta 2. The angle has been changed to theta, right? And M is given. The magnitude is given, which is 2P square plus Q square, right? Root over. And this is again how much? So this is P square plus Q square. This is again P square plus Q square. And this is 2P square, I will directly write, and cos theta 2. So how much is this thing? If we take the square, so this would be 2P square Q square. And then this is 2P square Q square. And then 2P square plus Q square cos theta. Right, so this part and this part will cancel. So we have cos theta 2, that is 0. So for what angle theta 2 is 0? Cos theta 2 is 0. For what angle?
90.
So theta 2 is 90 degree, right? So this statement, statement 2, theta 1 is 60 degree and theta 2 is 90 degree, right? So that is correct. And this is possible only when theta 1 is less than theta 2, right? So they are saying that theta 1 is less than theta 2. So we are finding out that theta 1 is less than theta 2. So what would be the answer? Both statement 1 and statement 2 are true, right? So this would be the correct option. Is it clear for you guys? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then quickly note this thing down and then we'll do the next question. And I will, so in this class only, I will talk about the vector parts. And then from the second, in the next class, I will start from Coulomb's law and equilibrium, right? So that part will yeah, whenever you guys have noted, please do. Yeah, whenever you guys have noted, please tell me. Yeah. Okay, so now let us do the next question. And what is that question? So you guys tell me that what would be the idea that we should apply in this question. So you guys will tell me the idea. This part, this one is a very lengthy question, and this one I will leave it to you guys. I will just tell you the idea of this question. And yeah, you guys please do this question at home. So I will leave it for you. But I will just tell the idea of this question, right? So we have this question. Right? And what is the idea of this question? Whenever we have different kinds of vector and we want to calculate the resultant of these vectors, we have numerous vectors. So then we know the angle and magnitude of these vectors. So what is the idea that we should apply? What is the idea that we should apply in these kind of questions?
We need to resolve the vectors.
Yeah, so absolutely correct. So the idea in this question is resolution of vectors, right? So let's say we have, yeah, so let's say we have this vector. This is the base. So these are the axes, right? And then we have these vectors. So let's say first one is this one. Right, first one is this one. This is making 30-degree angle. And its magnitude is 20 Newton. Right. And then the other one is this one. And this one is making 60-degree angle. And its magnitude is how much? 15. And then we have this one. Oh, look what happens. Yeah, and then we have this one. And this one is making 30-degree. This is O, and this is Q, and this is 10 Newton. And then we have two more. So this one is making 45-degree. So this question you guys will do, and I will just write, let's see. Okay. So this is 45-degree, and this one is 20 Newton, and this is R. And then last one. So the last one is this one. And this one is, oh, what happened? This one is 45-degree. And this is S, this is 15. And this is X prime, this is X, this is Y, this is Y. So these are the vectors that we have. And what are the vectors that we have to write? So the first vector, so the first vector that we have is this one. Let's say OQ. So OQ vector would be how much? What would be OQ vector? Yeah, what would be OQ vector? Resolution of vectors. You guys have just told me resolution of vectors.
10 cos 30 and 10 sin 30.
So yes, 10 cos 30 I hat and then 10 sin 30 j hat. So this would be OQ vector, right? And remember, we always take the angle from the horizontal. So if I ask you what would be OP, what is OP vector? What should be OP vector? Yes. OP vector, we always take the angle from the horizontal. So what would be OP vector? This would be 60 with the horizontal. So this would be
20 cos 60 plus,
yes, 20 sin 60 j. Right. Yes, correct. Right, guys. And then if I ask you that what is OT vector? What is OT vector?
15 cos 30.
So again, we have to take, yes. So this is 30-degree, but there is a there is a direction to this part, right? So what would be that?
Minus I cap.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so minus 15 cos 30 I hat, and then the positive part is j. So that is 15 sine 30 j. So this is OT. Right, now what is left? So we have OS. So OS would be again minus 15 cos 30 I hat, and then this is minus 15 sine 30 J hat. So this is, okay, both are 15. Good, so these parts will cancel, right? And then we have OR. So how much is OR? OR would be, oh, this is 45, right? So these are 45. So these are 45. And then we have OR. So that is 20 cos 45 I hat, and then minus of 20 sine 45 j. So these are the vectors that we have in IJK form, and now we can find out what is the resultant, which is OS, OP, OT, OS. Oh, how many times did I write here? OQ, OP, OT, OS, and O. So this would be the resultant, and then you can find the resultant, right? So yeah, you guys please try this question at your home, because this will be the practice for these kind of questions. So then you guys will get a hang of this question, right? And these are very, very important questions. So this one has a lengthy calculation. And if you do this calculation, then your calculation will improve a lot. So I have done this question, I don't know, 10 times. And in 3 times, I have done some mistakes. So yeah, you guys also try this question at your home. And please tell me if you guys are getting the correct answer or not. Is it clear? It's just note down this part and do this question at your home. So please practice this at your home. Just note down this, right? The idea that you guys already know. So just note down this. And whenever you guys have completed noting, please yes, whenever you guys have noted, please tell. Today I will finish. Yeah. Today I will finish this. What about you, Harsha? Done.
Yes.
Okay, so now let us do the next question, right? So again, the similar question, but this question will do it in here, right? So, Okay, so this is the question that we have to do, and yeah, let's do this question. So we have three vectors, right? Again, the idea is same. Idea is resolution of vectors. Okay, this has become, yeah, so this will be resolution of vectors, and okay, that is why this is. Okay, so the idea is resolution of vectors, and we have this figure, right? So again, we have this thing, and this is A, which is 30 degree, and magnitude is, okay, so we'll talk about that part later. This is 60 degree, and this is B, and then we have C, which is 45. So this is 45. So they are saying that we have this OA vector, and the magnitudes of vectors OA, OB, and OC. So all their magnitudes, they are equal. Right? So let's say the magnitude is M. This is the magnitude. And then we have to find out the direction of OA plus OB minus OC. So first we have to write what is OA. OA would be, magnitude is M, angle is 30 degree. So that would be M cos 30 degree. And I hat plus M sin 30 degree G hat. And then we have OB. So OB would be M and cos 60. And direction is positive I hat. But for the case of Y part, so M sin 60, and that is minus J hat, right? So this is M cos 60 I hat minus M sin 60 G hat. And what is OC? So OC is in the negative direction of X. So that is M cos 45 minus I hat, and then plus M sin 45 G hat. So this is minus M cos 45 I hat, and plus M sin 45 G hat. So now we have to find out what is OA plus OB minus OC. So this would be how much? So OA plus OB. So that would be M cos 30 and plus M cos 60 I hat, and then we have OB, which is M sin 30 minus M sin 60 J hat, and then minus of this OC, and that is minus M cos 45 I hat plus M sin 45 G hat. So how much is this thing? So this is M cos 30 plus M cos 60, and this would become plus M cos 45 I hat, and this is M sin 30 and minus M sin 60, and minus of M sin 45 G hat. So this is the resultant of these three vectors, right? This is the resultant, and we know that if we have a vector, this is A, this is theta, and this is AY, this is AX, right? So we know that tan theta is simply AY by AX. So the angle in this question, or the direction of OA with x-axis, they want to find out. So what would be that? So tan theta, this would be AY, which is m sine 30, and minus m sine 60, and minus m sine 45, divided by AX, which is m cos 30, m cos 60, and m cos 45. So that is the angle, right? And we know that m is common, so we can cancel this thing out. And now we can put the value. Sine 30 is half, sine 60 is root 3 by 2, sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So we can write this as root 2 by 2. To make it consistent, we can write it as root 2 by 2. And then this is cos 30 is root 3 by 2. And then cos 60 is 1 by 2. And again, this is root 2 by 2. So again, this would be 1 minus root 3 minus root 2 by 2 divided by, we can arrange it in proper manner. So this is, so 2 will cancel, and tan theta would be how much? So tan theta is 1 minus root 3 minus root 2 divided by 1 plus root 2 plus root 3. So theta is tan inverse 1 minus root 3 minus root 2 divided by 1 plus root 2 plus root 3. So that would be the angle it is making with the x-axis, right? So that is the question. This was a very lengthy question. And we have to use the idea of resolution of vectors, right? So that is the only idea that we have to use. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, so if it is clear, then please note down the question as well as this solution. So please note it down, guys. And if you guys have any doubt, please tell me. Please note down this question. And then, yeah, so then I'll talk about the dot product. So resolution, resultant we have done, and then I'll move on to the dot. Okay, what is the correct option then? So the correct option is this one. Whenever you guys have noted, please tell me. Yeah, whenever you guys have noted it down, please tell me.
Answer.
Then, what about you, Rishita? Noted.
And answer.
Okay, so now let us do some questions on dot product and cross product. Yeah, this question is also there. So, okay, so we'll see these questions. Yeah, so let us quickly do this one. And then we'll talk about, yeah, cross product and dot product. So let's do these questions, this one and this. So we have this question, and two vectors x and y have equal magnitudes. So we have two vectors x and y, and they have equal magnitudes. So let's call it as m. Right, let's call the magnitude as m. And now the magnitude of x minus y. So magnitude of x minus y. This is how much? This is root of x square plus y square minus 2xy cos theta. This is the magnitude. Is n times the magnitude of x plus y. So what is the magnitude of x plus y? This is x square plus y square plus 2xy cos theta. Right. So this is the magnitude of x minus y. This is the x plus y. And now there is a relation between x minus y magnitude and x plus y magnitude. And they are saying that it is magnitude of x minus y. This is n times the magnitude of x plus y. Right, so let's put all these values. So what do we have? We have root of x square plus y square minus 2xy cos theta. This is equal to n, and root of x square plus y square plus of 2xy cos theta. Right, so how do we solve this thing further? Whenever we have root in both the sides, so what should we do?
Square.
Square, right? So we should square this thing. So if we square this thing, this will become x squared minus y squared 2xy cos theta. And this is n squared and x squared y squared 2xy cos theta. So how much is this thing? So we have x squared plus y squared minus 2xy cos theta, and this is n square x square plus n square y square and n square 2xy and cos theta. And we know that what are the magnitudes? We have taken the magnitudes to be m. So this is m square plus m square minus 2 m and m, so that is m square cos theta, and then we have n square and m square, and then we have n square m square, and then we have n square and 2m square cos theta. So we see that, yeah, let us first solve this thing and then we'll write. So this is 2m square and minus 2m square cos theta. This is 2n square m square, and then this is 2n square m square cos theta. So if we bring this thing, right, if we bring 2m square and this thing in the left hand side, so what do we have? If we bring 2m square minus 2n square m square, and then this thing the other side. So 2n square m square cos theta and plus of 2m square cos theta. So we can take 2m square common, and this is 1 minus n square. And then we can take 2m square common again, and this is, and we can also take cos theta also. So cos theta, and this is n square plus 1. So 2m square cancels. Cos theta is 1 plus 1 minus n square and 1 plus n square. So theta is cos inverse 1 minus n square divided by 1 plus n square. So that would be the answer. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the correct option? N square minus 1. Okay, we don't have 1 minus n square, so we have to change it in n square minus 1. So if I take minus common, right, if I take minus common, so this will become n square minus 1, and that minus will go in the denominator. So that would be minus n square minus 1. So then this would be the correct option. Yeah, quickly note this thing down, and then we'll talk about the dot product and cross product. And we have already discussed that dot product is used to calculate the angle between the vectors, and it is also used to calculate the projection of vectors. Yeah, so whenever you guys have completed noting it down, please tell. Yes, whenever you guys have noted it down, please tell me.
Done, sir.
Done,
Yeah.
sir.
Done. Okay, good. So then let us do some questions on dot product. Okay, so 8 and 10, right? These are the questions. So we have this one and this. Okay, so let us do this question. And we already know that how do we define the projection of vector along any vector. So that thing we have already discussed. Okay, so yeah, what was the projection of, and we have to find out projection of vector A on this thing, right? So what was the projection of vector A along B? What was that? Do you guys remember? What was the projection of A along B? This was related with the dot product.
A
Tan.
Yes.
because B.
Projection of A along B. That would be, yeah, A cos theta and B hat, but this is related by dot product. So yeah, that is correct that we have to get A cos theta. How do we get that? So A dot B divided by what? So that I get A cos theta.
B vector.
If I divide it by A, not vector, but magnitude, if I divide it by A magnitude, so this would be B cos theta, right? Because A dot B is AB cos theta. And if I divide it by A, you are saying B. What did you say? B or A? You said A, right? So if I divide it by A, then this would be B cos theta.
Yes.
But B
B
cos
side.
theta, yeah, B cos theta is projection of B along A, right? But we want to get A cos theta. So we have this A vector, and this is B vector, this is theta. Projection of this thing is A cos theta. This would be the projection. Right, so I should divide it by B. Clear? Clear, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Now this part is done, but this only has magnitude. Direction is missing. So what should be the direction, guys? Along B, so what should be the direction?
J.
Along B.
K.
B hat. Direction of B is B hat, right? Yeah, so that is not y-axis. Y-axis or x-axis will have I hat and B hat. This is B. B is I plus J. So direction of B, this is B. Direction of B is B hat. Right? So we are finding out along the B vector. So direction would be B hat, right? So we have to find out this thing. A dot B divided by B and then B hat. So A dot B is how much? A dot B is 1 into 1 and then 1 into 1 and then 1 into 0. So this is 2. And what is B magnitude? What is B magnitude? That is root 1 square plus 1 square. So that is root 2. What is B hat? B hat is B vector divided by B magnitude. So this is how much? This is I plus J divided by root 2. Is it clear?
Yes.
So we have found everything, right? So we have found what is A dot B, that is 2. We have found what is magnitude of B, that is root 2. B hat is I plus J divided by root. So this root 2 is 2. And then this will cancel. So this is I plus J. So this is the projection of A along B. Is it clear, guys?
Yes.
So the option would be this. Please note it down, guys. And if you guys have any question, please tell me. Yes, noted, guys.
Done, sir.
Done. What about you, Ishta? Done.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay, so the next question is this one. A dot B is equal to A cross B. And we are talking about A cross B, and that is 2 bars. So this is magnitude. So what is A dot B? What is that, guys? What is A dot B?
A into B cos theta.
So AB cos theta, right? Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. What is magnitude of A cross B? What is that? What is the magnitude? A cross B.
AB sin theta.
AB sin theta, right? Yes, absolutely correct. So when we are only talking about the magnitude, so n hat will not be there, right? So that is why we don't have this in it. Why this is not eroding? Yeah, so this is the magnitude, and they are saying that these are equal. So
So we want to have direction in AB cos theta.
yeah, this is dot product, scalar product. So a scalar product doesn't have any direction, right? Only the cross product has a direction, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, because that is why we are calling it as scalar product. It is whenever we multiply two vectors and we get a scalar quantity. That is the scalar product. So it will not have any direction. It will only have a number. So this is only a magnitude. This doesn't have any direction, right? Okay, so this is AB cos theta. Good, yes. So yeah, whenever you have any doubt, ask me the question, right? So AB cancels, and cos theta goes in the right hand side. This becomes 1. So tan theta is 1. So what would be theta then? What is theta?
45.
Yes, 45. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So theta we have calculated. Now, in the next part, they are saying that in the question, they are saying that what is the magnitude of A minus B. So we know that magnitude of A minus B is A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Right, so how much is this thing? So this is A square B square minus 2AB cos of 45. Theta we have just calculated. So this is A square B square minus 2AB cos 45 is 1 by root 2. So this will be root 2. So we have A square B square minus root 2AB. So that would be the answer. Right. So which is the correct option? So this one. This would be the correct option. Is it clear, guys? Okay, then.
Yes.
Yeah, quickly note this thing down and then, yeah, we can do one more question if time allows and then we'll stop. Right. And because you guys are planning for JEE exam, right? So what I would suggest you is that from the beginning, you guys make a diary or something, diary or a notebook. And in that notebook, you only write the formulas or and important concepts. So that would be a very short notes, right? Like a summarized notes. And that would be really helpful if, let's say, if you want to recap all the other things in one go, so that would be really helpful. So from the beginning, try to make this notebook, right? So separately, you write only the formulas, relevant formulas, and the important concepts. So that you do, right? You have these fair notes with you, but also make that note. Okay, noted, guys.
Answer.
Done. Yes, Rishita, what about you?
Done, sir.
Okay, so we have 2 minutes more, right? Oh, 1 minute, so can we do any question in 1 minute? And in next class, I will start. Right, so yeah, we can do a very simple question. So let's do this question in here, right? So the angle between the two vectors will be what? Right, so we have A vector and we have B vector. So whenever they are talking about the angle between the vectors, so we find out what is the dot product. So what is the dot product of this thing, right? This would be 9 plus 16 minus 25. So this is 25 minus 25, this is 0. When the dot products are 0. When dot products are 0?
I dot I.
I dot
So
I
when
is
it's
1. I dot I
I
is
dot, I dot J.
I dot j, yeah. So I dot j is 0 because the angle between I and j is what?
9.
90 degree, right? So whenever you have theta, which is 90 degree, then dot product will be 0. So similar case for I dot k. I dot k is also 0. J dot k is also 0. So whenever, because A dot B is AB cos theta, right? If this is 0, A dot B is 0, then you have AB cos theta 0. This is the magnitude of A. This is not 0. This is magnitude of B. That is not 0, which means that cos theta is 0. And when cos theta is 0? When theta is 90 degree. So as Rishita told us the example that I dot J is 0. So I dot J is 0 because the angle between them is 90. So then theta would be 90. So this was the question, right? So this would be the correct option. Yeah, so we will stop here. And in the
So
next
for
class,
cross product, theta would be 0. Right?
yeah, so if cross product is 0, then angle is how much? Angle is how much?
Sin.
0.
0,
0.
right? So yeah, so if cross product is 0, then angle is 0. If dot product is 0, then angle is 90, right? So if you calculate A cross A, what A cross A will give or I cross I will give?
Zero.
0, because the angle between I and I is 0. So that is why in cross product, whenever you have the same direction, whenever you have angle zeros, then cross product will be 0.
Sir, would it be 182?
180, yeah. So yeah, that is also the case. Yes, because sine theta, so A cross B is AB sine theta, right? And if this is 0, then sine theta is 0, which means that theta can be 0, theta can be 180, theta can be 360, and so on. So this is the smallest value that theta can be, right? So yes, theta can be 182. Yeah. Okay, so is it clear? Yes, good question. Yes, Rishabh. Thank you for asking these questions. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll stop here, and in the next class, I will start from coulombs. Right. So, what is Amna ma'am currently doing? What is she doing? What is the topic that you guys are studying currently? Yes.
Sir, dipole and axis
Electric field.
derivations.
Oh, so you are studying the electric field of a dipole, right? So
Yes.
you have this dipole, and then you are studying that what would be. So you are studying the special conditions, right? You are studying that what would be the electric field at this point, and what would be the electric field at this point.